can guide you on how to land all these technical roles that you probably don't even have knowledge or idea of how to get into them. All right. So before I dive into what we'll be talking about today, I promise you today's session is going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very interesting, informative, and most importantly, interactive. All right. So I love energy. All right. I love energy. I love us to be give and take. All right. All right. So what I'm saying in this regard is by the time I'm done with everything I'll be talking about, we will have ability to ask our questions, and this will give us a fantastic idea of how to go about whatever we're looking to achieve. But before I dive into it, I want people that are probably joining the session for the very first time, people that have never been to a session like this before. If you join like a session like this for the very first time, I want you to drop a one in the chat box so I can see the people that are joining sessions like this for the very first time. So if you've never been to a analytics session before, this is your first time you've heard about analytics, and you're joining a session like this for the first time, just drop a one in the chat box. And if you're like family already, right, just drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. All right, Tosin Ajayi, welcome to the session. If I have anybody joining the session for like 2, 3, or more than one time, just drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. All right. I can see Kolawole is not joining us for the first time. Chichi is dropping 11. Chichi, is that going to be like you're joining for the 11th time, or that's a double one? All right. So I see I have a lot of new people joining the session. Fantastic. Now, welcome to the session. Now, you see my colleague. This session is not just going to be not myself alone. I have myself and my colleague. His name is Steven, but he will not be talking. He's in the chat box. So what he'll be doing is he'll be dropping an attendance form. If you can see that analytics attendance form, what you want to do is you want to fill the attendance form so that every material we'll be using in this session tonight, you'll be able to get it. This particular session also is recorded. So by the time we are done, for the fact that you must have filled the attendance form, we'll have ability to share this form, this slide and the recorded video. We'll have that shared to your email so you can go over it and get access to all the materials we'll be talking about tonight. All right. So make sure you complete the attendance form. Now, I want to know where my people are joining me from. All right. For example, my name is Prince Adeakoni and I'm joining from London, UK, or my name is Prince Adeakoni. I'm joining from Alberta, Canada. So I want you to drop your name and where you're joining from in the chat box so I would know where everybody I'm talking to tonight, they are joining us from. Either you're joining for the first time, you're joining from the 11th time like Chichi, or you're joining for the second or third time like Kolawole. Fantastic. Marcus is joining from UK. Good to have you here, Marcus. All right. Fumi is also joining from UK. Awesome. Christiana from UK. Bimbo from Portsmouth. Beating me from UK. I think we have just UK people in the house. Oh, Ari is taking the win for Ireland. Fantastic. After Ari, everybody else is in UK. Oh, Chichi is joining from US. Awesome. Fantastic. Adenike from UK. Charity from UK. Awesome. Good to have you here. Oh, Moradio is from South Africa. Fantastic. I think I've spoken to Moradio before. Your name sounds so familiar, and the fact that you're coming from South Africa, I think I've spoken to you before. Yes, I remember. All right. So welcome to the session. Like I said, it's going to be quite very informative. And so if you're joining for the first time, remember to fill the attendance form so that you can get access to all the information, everything we'll be talking about tonight. All right. Like I said, it's going to be quite very, very informative. All right. I can guarantee you that. 100%, I can guarantee you that. Now, when it comes to what we'll be talking about tonight, right? What we'll be talking about tonight is majorly going to be how you can land a role, a job as a healthcare informatics analyst without having any clinical background. Meaning, if you can see that statement, that means if you have a background already, the chance of you even landing that job becomes better. But if you've never had anything to do with healthcare space, but you have the love to get into that space, but not in the clinical aspect, but in the tech space, how are you able to do that? These are the things we'll be talking about tonight. And tonight, like I said, is going to be very, very informative. So this is more or less like the session you want to be into. If you have any of your family member or any of your friend that you feel they've always want to get into tech or they've always want to get into the healthcare space, but they don't have any skill at all. They don't think they want to go through being a nurse. It's going to take them donkey years. They don't know how to really go into it. Now is the golden chance. It's like a golden ticket for them to get into this sport, because everything I'll be talking about tonight is literally going to blow out everything you need to know and the things you need to have to position yourself to get into this role, get yourself a job, and be in a fantastic sport. These are the things that I promise we'll be talking about tonight, right? Before I even get into it, who exactly is Analytics, right? Analytics is a leading educational technology company focused, really laser focused in providing specialized training in technology and at the same time delivering comprehensive data consulting services. So aside from the fact that we train, we also play in the consulting space, meaning everything as is happening, we are at the head of it, right? And when it comes to retraining and being in the consulting space, we've been at this space for over 5 years, training people to be able to transition into tech. And in this span of 5 years, we're able to have over 3,000 people that have absolutely into technical background transition into tech from classroom to landing their first job in tech. And I mean people that cut across the globe. I have people on this call from UK, from South Africa, from Ireland, from US. Everybody in this space have been able to transition into tech. And when I'm talking about into tech, we have programs that we offer or we do training. We have programs like data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, cybersecurity, and so many more. And when it comes to you learning all this training, all these programs I've talked about, you just don't come into class and you have somebody that is not working in that space teaching you. You have people working in leading organizations like Apple, McKinsey, Tesla, people like this working in these organizations, coming into your classes and teaching you exactly what it is like to actually have this experience, transferring the experience to you, and you being able to find yourself getting jobs in this space. Now, when you get this particular slide, you will have the link here that you'll be able to click on to view our website. You also get the link to follow us on Instagram if you're yet to follow us. Also, the link to join us on X, and also a link to follow us on LinkedIn. So if you haven't done that, when you get the slide, you get a direct link to follow us. Now, talking about myself, I've literally introduced themselves, but I'm yet to do that. Trust me, I will. My name is Prince Adiakonya, as you already know, and I have a wealth of experience in data analytics, data science, business analysis, cybersecurity, and I've worked in all this sector like for years. But majorly, that's not really why I'm here tonight. The major reason why I'm here tonight is because over this span where I've been working, I've been able to help over 500 people that have absolutely no technical background at all, over 500 of them transitioning into tech and landing their first job in tech, right? And when it comes to the space I've worked in educational technology, I've worked in finance, I've worked in logistics as a tech person, I've worked in FMCG, and I've also worked in the healthcare space as a tech expert. All right. So this is the main reason why I'm here tonight. And definitely, you also, when you get the link, you have access to also click on this link and send a request to me on LinkedIn. Trust me, I will accept. All right. Now, when it comes to what we'll be talking about tonight, like I said, it's going to be very interesting because what we're talking about tonight is really going to be on about how do you land a job. We are in a space whereby everybody wants to get something good going. How do you strategically position yourself to get these jobs? How do you apply to land health informatics role? What are the things that you need to be able to find yourself landing these jobs? What are the things that employers are looking out for? within you that will make them to be able to say they want to hire you? Do you need to be a nurse? Do you need to be a doctor before you can get a job in this space? Then also, I will show you how to position yourself to be able to find yourself getting these jobs 100%. Then by the time you're done with the session, I promise it's going to be about let's say 45 minutes. I'll be guiding you through everything for 45 minutes, and everybody will have the opportunity to ask you a brief question and answer. You ask questions, I'll be able to answer you and also give you a bit of career mentor to guide you on how you can land yourself a job 100%. So I promise, like I said, the session is going to be. So if at this point you have a friend that you like, that likes you, that is your good friend, even if he's your enemy, by the time you give your enemy something better doing, they won't have so much time to hate on you, you know? You agree with me, yes? So even if the person is your enemy and you feel they're disturbing you too much, you want to get them into this session, because by the time they go through this session, they see the things better that they can do. They won't really have so much of your time. They will do something else. Okay. So if you have anybody that is going to benefit from this session, make sure you share this link with them for them to be able to join so that they can also get as much value as you'll be getting. All right. Now, diving straight into what we have for today. Many people, and I mean many people, when it's time to say they want to transition, so I'm in the care space. I've been a support worker for over 2 years. I'm tired of what I'm doing. I want to move ahead. I don't know. This is not for me. It's taking its toll on me. Will I continue to be in this spot? A lot of people, even on this call, have these questions. They have these things bothering them. I know I can do better. I know I can get better. I know I can be in a better position. Where and how do I go about doing it? I have a lot of people. I can guarantee you that I have a lot of people on the call that have these same questions and this same challenge. But trust me, it's not limited to you. Right? Now, majority of people, what they would do when it's time to say, oh, I'm getting tired. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I'm tired. I want more. The thing they will look at to do is they will go online, search for a learning platform like Coursera or even YouTube. Oh, YouTube is there. I can easily go on YouTube and learn whatever I need to learn. Yes, you can. 100% is free. But then there are going to be a lot of things you will not learn. And a lot of things are there that you will struggle with that if nobody tell you, you will think it's a normal thing, but it's not. And I don't know if I have anybody on this call that have been through this space of probably learning on YouTube. You will see that a program, or even learning on Coursera, you'll find yourself see that a program that should normally take you, or something that should take you about 3 days to learn, suddenly it's taking 3 weeks. Suddenly, after 1 month, you don't even know if you know what you know. You are not even certain if you are good or whatever you're learning. You are not so confident about whatever you've learned. It's like la cram la pour. Back in the school, that's what we say. You cram everything and you pour. If they put you in another scenario, you can literally not perform the same thing, because the limit of the knowledge of what you have is limited to what you've seen on the screen, or what you've learned on YouTube is limited to that. A lot of people go through this thing and they struggle. Now, when it comes to transition, I'm happy to tell you that those things you've learned is never, ever, mark my word, never, ever going to land you a job. Absolutely not. And what is the reason why? Because whatever you are learning one particular thing. That particular thing you're learning is not enough to give you the experience you need to land a job. I mean, let's take, for example, let's leave tech totally. I'm looking to become a makeup artist. All right. That's a very terrible example, but yes, I'll go with it. I'm looking to become a makeup artist, and I go online to learn how to probably maybe draw the lashes or paint the lashes. I've learned how to do it. Now, does that validate that I can get the job done? Does that give me the experience of people that have absolutely no lash? I know some people have those tiny lashes. I have some that are extended. I have some that are really full. I know some are really full that they need to trim it every now and then. If I encounter challenges like that, what do I do? Do I scrape it off with blade, or what exactly? Or do I take a clipper to barb it off? What do I do? I wouldn't know. And the reason why, because the one I watched was perfect, and they just went about to draw whatever they want to draw. They painted it, and they are good. This is exact same thing that a lot of people will have challenge with. Let's say you're looking to transition into data analysis, and you go ahead to learn Excel. The Excel you will learn is going to be limited to whatever resources that you've worked with. When you are put in a position of real-world experience, you will find it difficult because you don't have a transferable skill to actually get the job done. Now, when you now even go ahead to have the experience, getting job in 2025, 2026 is more than just you having the skill and you having the experience. Anybody looking to hire you, one of the reasons why they schedule an interview with you is because they don't want to see if you look good or not. No. Yeah, some companies do that, but majorly, what they are really looking out for is, how does this person I'm looking to hire, how does this person blend into my team? How does this person fit into our work environment? Because we already have something existing. I wouldn't want somebody that don't know how to blend into a team or how to communicate to get into the team and scatter everything for me, and I have nowhere to just find a balance. They want to really know how best you can communicate for them to be able to see if you want to be part of their team or no, I'd rather not do with this person. I've been part of interviews that the person is very good when it comes to technical skill. They have a lot of experience, but they lack communication skill. If you lack it, there's absolutely nothing you can do. You can go and research it. If you're in US, over 65% of what would determine you to get the job is your communication skill, how you relate with people that are speaking to you during your interview. If you're in UK, you have about over 55% dependent on that. If you're in US, it's over 65%. So you want to really position yourself in where you'll be of value. And how do you do that? Trust me, it might seem so difficult, but we've had thousands of people that have been able to go through the same process, and they've been able to land themselves fantastic jobs. And when I mean people like Abigail. Excuse me. Abigail used to be in the care space, right? She been in the care space for a lot of years, about 1 year, right? But she knew she wanted more. She knew this is not everything. She knew she had to get more. Then what did she do? She went ahead to learn business analysis with analytics. And by the time she was done with her training and she was getting a job, she was able to get herself a senior level role job as a business analyst. Now, the only reason why Abigail was able to achieve this is because of a lot of things that I'll talk about tonight. She was able to learn business analysis. She was able to have something we call transferable skills into business analysis. Now, she has the experience and the technical skill to get the job done. This is the exact thing that she went through that afforded her the opportunity to land that job as a senior business analyst with the government of Alberta. She's in Canada. Judith, she also will have that care experience. She was a support worker for some time in UK. But when she was looking to transition also, she also went through the business analysis program. Then what she did was, after her training, she's in Huddersfield, UK. She got a job, a full-time remote job as a business analyst in UK, living in UK. But then after getting the job, one of the perks of being in tech space, she saw that, oh, I have a lot of time. I have extra time on my hand. Why don't I get another job? What she went ahead to do was, she's already working as a business analyst for a company in UK, fully remote. Then she went ahead to get another job as a business analyst, but not in UK this time, but rather in US as a business analyst. So what she's doing right now is she's earning in pounds, she's earning in US dollars, and she's living in UK. Trust me, that's a dream work. If you ask me, that's soft landing, that's soft life, right? Because whatever you're doing, you actually have the skill to get the job done. Now, also, you have Sharon, also have similar experience. She's able to get a fantastic job. When I mean fantastic, I mean Jobs that, if you think about being in the care space, you will think getting this job is not possible. But when you hear the salary and the bonuses that is coming with the job that Sharon is doing, you'll be like, how is this even possible? That's the question you ask yourself, and you will be left in to answer whatever question you might be thinking in your head, like, it's not even possible, but trust me, it is. And these are people that work in the healthcare space. Is it limited to that? The answer is absolutely no. We have people that are well established in the medical space also. Evelyn has 15 years being a nurse. When she was looking to transition, she went through the data engineering program and she was able to get herself a fantastic job. Dr. Arume is a medical doctor, still a medical doctor. But what he was looking at doing is, it was looking at something much more technical that will get him in a position of a much more senior role. He went through the data analytics program, and that opened him to a senior. When I mean senior, I mean managerial level, senior level role as a senior health informatics analyst after the program. Dr. Arume has over a decade of experience as a medical doctor. So you understand how much of a senior that will be for him now in a technical level, right? Then you have Oluwatoyin. Oluwatoyin has a fantastic background being a pharmacist. But when she was looking to transition, she also went through the data analytics program and she was able to secure herself a job with NHS that came with sponsorship. And the role she was able to get in was a role of a benefit analyst with NHS. Now, you see all these people I've talked about. As you can see, you have these opportunities to click over here and listen to what they actually have to say themselves. So it won't be like, I'm the one just talking about this. No, you can actually click on the link and you get access to hear them speak. Now, these are people that have medical background, but it's not limiting to that. I mean, tonight, we're talking about you not having any clinical experience. You being far from this field at all. How can you get a job in that space? That's what we're talking about tonight. And trust me, we have lots of them. We have Pavel. Pavel had experience. I think I'll play Pavel's video later on before I conclude. So we actually listen to him speak. Pavel, he is a teacher, was a teacher rather. Was a teacher, but when he relocated to US, he relocated to Arizona, he was able to know that, oh, now there's something else to do. And that something else to do is I need to switch. I can't continue to be a teacher. It's not going to be beneficial for me in years to come. So what he did was he went through the data analytics program. That is a teacher going through the data analytics program and was able to land himself a job as a healthcare data analyst with a company in Arizona, US. Teacher to becoming health informatics analyst or healthcare data analyst. That is the dream. And these are the things we'll be talking about tonight that will open you up to what are the things that Pavel did that was able to get him to land this job. And like I promised, I'm going to play Pavel's video so everybody on this call will be able to actually hear what he has to say and listen to what he's saying and how we can also position ourselves to be in this spot. Same thing with Oluwafikayo, same thing with Hope. These are people that have a little bit of here and there. Hope, in her own sense, she's a typical example of somebody that you categorize as a professional. And the reason for that is in the project management space, Hope has all the certificates you can think of. She has all the certificates you can think of for a professional, a project manager professional. But she struggled for over a year to land a job. And the reason is quite simple because all she has was preparing for a certification exam, writing the certification exam, and passing it. Trust me, absolutely anybody or everybody can do that. If I don't pass it the first time, means I need to prepare better. I will get it the second time or the third time. That does not qualify to the fact that I have the experience to get the job done if I'm thrown in the space. Now, there's a big difference when it comes to tech in general. Tech is pretty heavy on your technical know-how because tech is always a means to solve problem the technical way. How do you have the skill in this space? This is what anybody is looking out for you when you're looking to get a job. And trust me, see, everybody I've talked about, all of them, they have one thing in common. One thing in common. All of them, they learned a particular thing. Whatever you're looking to be, whatever you're looking to become, the first thing you want to do for yourself is you want to learn that particular thing. Abigail was able to learn business analysis. Pavel was able to learn data analysis. Hope was able to learn Agile Project Management Program. You need to learn one thing. Now, after learning, how do you position yourself? Let me go back to that example that I made. That was, is he a makeup artist? Yes. If I want to become a makeup artist, the first thing I want to do is I want to learn. After learning it, then I want to showcase the things I've done, people I've worked on, the types of different challenges I have when it comes to fixing people's lashes, and the before and the after. I will literally litter everywhere with the before and after my fixing of their lashes, so to speak. And when people see these things I've done, the before and after, I'll be like, oh, this person is good. The only reason why they will tell me this person is good is because they could see the before, what the before look like, and what the after look like. And trust me, when they see the before, they might look similar. They might look like, they might resemble the person that's looking before. So they'll be like, oh, I look like this person. This person can fix me to be better like this. I want it. It's only because they can see what you've done. So how do you position yourself in a situation whereby anybody looking to hire you, they will be able to actually see these things that you have to offer them. Then also learn how do you apply to places whereby they actually need these services. How do you do all those things? These are the things we'll be talking about tonight. And these are the process that you have thousands of people being able to go through to land them jobs. Now, when we're talking about jobs, we just don't wake up one day and we say, oh, these are the programs, take it, or these are the things you're training on, take it and go your way. No, we did our own assignments. Analytics as a company, we did our assignment. And what we did was we went ahead to all the major job boards to identify roles that a lot of organizations are really looking to hire for. Meaning, what are the roles that Tesla looking to hire for? What are the roles that Amazon, McKinsey, a whole lot of them, what are the roles that they're really looking to hire for? We went ahead to look at all the major job boards in all the major economy to identify roles that all these a lot of organizations are looking to hire for. After gathering the data, we did our analysis. Now, the analysis was based on three major criteria. The first criteria is the ease of learning, meaning what role can you get into? There are people that literally graduated from school 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. They can learn and understand it. That is one. Then what kind of role can somebody that does not have any technical experience at all? I mean, somebody like Pavel. What role, Pavel is a teacher, what role can they transition into that will afford them the opportunity to land a job in the tech space, considering you're a teacher, you have no technical background, nothing like that? What role can you get into to afford you this opportunity? That's number two question. Then the number three, I don't know about people on this call, but I'm always for the money. All right. I love money. I don't know about you, anybody that hates money. One of the things that actually piqued my interest about transitioning into tech is when I see some bizarre, when I mean the word bizarre, I mean bizarre salary. Like, how can somebody be earning this annually? That's not possible. Then you see somebody else doing the same thing. Then you see another person. Then you have close relative earning about crazy amount of money. Like, how is this happening? Whatever you're doing, I need to get into it. That dragged me into it. So trust me, and it's been fun ride all along. So if you're also on my boss, on my in my team, and you want a job that will actually give you the value that it commands, then definitely that's just another question that we needed to get off the board. Then after making sure we analyze these thousands of jobs, we're able to arrive at all these 10 different programs that we have. We have the business analysis, the DevOps engineering, the Agile project management, the data analysis, the data science, the data engineer. Then you have the cybersecurity analyst, the product design specialist, the financial analyst, and the HR analyst. So what this means is if you go through any of these 10 programs, we have that validity that you will be able to easily learn it, you'll be able to transition easily, and you're going to get a high rewarding salary. We have that validation. But then, what's that sense of security like? Oh, so I've been in nurse for thousands, hundreds of years, for a lot of years, and there's job security. What's going to give me that sense of security? Like, I'm getting into data analysis, let's say, for example, and 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down, even 10 years down the line, I won't just wake up one day and suddenly I don't have a career anymore. We have that question, and we couldn't really answer it in-house. So what we did was to seek external validation from the World Economic Forum. Now, the World Economic Forum have a particular department that do this analysis. It's called the Future of Job Report. We went ahead to get this report from them. And this report we got from them was showing us that between the next 5 years, which is like 4 years now, 2025 to 2030, a total of 170 million jobs will be created, meaning jobs that are not even really existing right now. Majority of them will be created between 2025 and 2030. And that will amount to the total of 170 million. Now, in this same time span, 5 years, as we are creating 170 million jobs, 92 million jobs will disappear. When I saw that question, when I saw these reports, my mind was like, dear God, am I in part of the ones that will be created? I don't know. Or am I in the stable ones? Or am I in the part of those that will disappear? If you see this particular chart, you will see the green one. That's the green one, yes. Then you have the blue ones, you have the purple ones. The green ones are telling you the new ones that will be created. These sky blue ones, they are the stable jobs. Then you have the purple ones, these are the ones that will disappear. And we went ahead to even take more validation from them, meaning, can we actually know the ones that will disappear and the ones that will increase in demand or appear in the nearest future? And we also able to get this particular report. And what this particular report you can see on your screen is a whole lot. So what you can do is, remember, if you complete the attendance form, this will be shared with you. And by the time you get the link, you can easily come over here and click on the report to be able to download it and actually get access to everything I'll be showing you. So what this particular report is telling us that this career path you can see on the right side of my screen. According to the Future of Job Report under World Economic Forum, these are career paths that between 2025 and 2030, not many organizations will be looking to hire for people in this role. And at the same time, you will have some of them fading off. Meaning, if you find your career path currently on the right side of the screen, you want to find a way to disappear, to reappear, to reincarnate into the left side of the screen. Because you see the job on the left side of the screen, this particular job is telling you that between 2025 and 2030, a lot of these career paths will grow, and the one that have the highest in demand and will also grow is the big data specialist. Everybody must have been hearing about data, or big data. The person that fits to be in that role is a data engineer. So if you're looking to become a data engineer, or you have ability to get into that path, which I will guide you through, you will be able to be in that path whereby you have that confidence that if you have this skill, there's a lot of organization that is looking for you, meaning your application journey is going to be as fast as possible. You'll be somebody like Evelyn that left 15 years of experience in nursing to become a data engineer. You also have roles like data scientist and data analyst. These are roles. For example, you have AI machine learning specialists. You have data analyst and data specialist and data scientist. But if you can see it, if you see between big data specialist and AI machine learning specialist, you will see one is in between. The number two, you will see that number two is not highlighted. Fintech engineers. And the question is, oh, so there's fintech engineer. Why is analytics not teaching fintech engineers? and they are literally teaching every other thing like cybersecurity, business analysis, DevOps engineering, DevOps engineering, product design, and so many more. Why are they not teaching fintech engineer and something like robotics engineer or blockchain developer? And the answer is quite simple. If you remember the analysis, the ease of learning, the ease of transitioning, and a high rewarded salary. Now, fintech engineer is not so easy to learn. You need about 2 years before you can say, oh, now I'm a fintech engineer. Same thing is applicable for DevOps engineering, robotics engineer and blockchain developer. It's not so easy to learn. Neither are they easy to transition into. The only thing they met in the three criteria is a fantastic salary. If you get into that role, even if you're in UK, you'll be making six figures. That's to tell you the type of job that are open to you in fintech, but it's not so easy to get into and it's not so easy to transition into. Now, what we are talking about tonight is what are the roles you can easily, without having any clinical background, without having any technical background, what are the roles you can get into to achieve this 100%? And trust me, we have lots of them. So remember to complete the attendance form so that you'll be able to get the slide shared with you and you have the opportunity to land in that job. Now, I have a question. When it comes to tech, right? When it comes to you landing a job, I want one or two people to answer me. What do you think employers really want from you? I just need one or two people to answer me. What do you think employers really want from you? And I'll be checking the message box to see what you must have written. What do you think employers want from you? So you're looking to get a particular job right now. What do you think they want from you? Did you ever say hands-on experience? Bilon said skills and experience. All right, fantastic. Experience, Samek family, experience. Fantastic. Now, I can tell you categorically, Adenike said competence, fantastic. Full responsibility and ready to learn, fantastic. I can tell you categorically that when it comes to anybody looking to hire you, above every other thing, which you will have every other thing underneath this, they want you to have the skill and they want you to have the experience. Anybody looking to hire you, they want you to know that this person have the skill to get this thing done. And aside from the fact that they have the skill, they also have the experience to make it easy to solve. I mean, these are problems that they're looking to solve. How exactly do you solve them? Have you solved something like this before? They want you to have that. For example, a retail organization hire you as a data analyst to help them with their revenue. They are having low sales. So they want somebody to come on board and help them with the revenue to help them increase the revenue. Before they go ahead to do that, they want to know that you as a data analyst, you have the knowledge of all the technical tools you'll be using to get that thing done. And they want to know that you've done something like that before. So anybody looking to hire you, they want to know that you want to have the skill and the experience. Now, the skill and your experience will come under, your competence will now come after you must have had the skill and the experience because now you have the competence to get the job done. Whatever thing the organization is looking to achieve through you, you already have the competence to give that to them. Now, like I said, if you are yet to complete the attendance form, now is going to be a very good time for you to complete that because you see this particular page, you can see I've embedded some job links into this spot where you can easily go on and click on it. You'll be able to get access to some jobs. But what I will do is I will click on one of them so that we can see what it looks like. So we are looking to get a job, let's say, for example, so let me click on one of them and I'll share that part of my screen to show you what I'm talking about. All right. Let me see how to quickly get that done. Let me see. Oh, fantastic. Can you confirm? Okay, fantastic. I believe you can see that screen. Now, you see this particular thing that you have seen on my screen is a healthcare data analyst. Okay, fantastic. This particular job has expired, but let me close that. That is survey. But most importantly, looking out for is you want to look at this particular healthcare data analyst. You're looking out for what are the things you need to get this particular job. That's what we're looking out for. We want to look at the skill this particular role need you to have before you can get this job. Let me close that. If you look at this particular role, they're saying a radiology associate organization is looking for a healthcare data analyst. And if you look at what they're asking for, this is a role that is open for you to apply to. And they are telling you for you to get a job as a healthcare or health informatic analyst or healthcare data analyst, what are the things that you need? The first thing they're asking you is they need you to have 3 years of experience in analyzing data. Meaning, whatever you do before you come and apply to this job, at least have 3 years of analyzing data. That's one. Then you have, are you proficient in Microsoft Excel? They have Microsoft Office experience, and they're looking for professionals that have knowledge in Tableau. Tableau is a business intelligence tool that is used for analysis. So they're looking for people that have experience in Excel, experience in Microsoft Office, and experience in using Tableau. Then they want you to be able to ability to analyze, interpret, and manipulate complex data sets. That is something that is like a bread and butter to you if you are a data analyst. Now, what you will also see over here is every other thing they are looking for, which are soft skills, communication, problem solving, good thinking, attention to details. All this, they're all soft skills. And these are part of the things I was talking about. Like in US, 65% are always dependent on these things because these things are what are crucial for you to be able to deliver. You are looking to work in a remote settings. How are people looking to hire you? How do you want them to believe that you can actually get the job done from a remote setting? What are the things that you want them to see to make them believe that you can get the job done from a remote setting? So these are the things that you have ability to do by going through the data analytics program. You have a lot more of them. Let me see if I'll be able to show one more before I go ahead and guide us through how to get skilled in this path. All right. Let me see if I'll be able to show one more before I go ahead. Oh, it's not allowing me to show you one more, probably because it feel. All right. So it's not allowing me to show one more. Probably it's telling me no, you're not showing any other thing. That's fantastic. Now, when it comes to you landing jobs, all these jobs I'm talking about, the way to go about you landing them is quite simple. It's quite simple because if you go through, for example, the data analytics program, which I'm going to talk about all of them, all right, so no worries. If you go through the data analytics program and you don't have any clinical background, you don't have any other experience at all, by the time you're done with the data analytics program, you have ability to get a job like a clinical data analyst. You have ability to get a job as a health informatics analyst. You have ability to get a job as a patient data analyst, pathology data, or even pathology data analyst, right? You have this opportunity. If you go through the data science program, you have the ability to get a job as somebody like a bioinformatics analyst or medtech. If you're a med lab scientist, if you're currently a med lab scientist, getting into the data science program will open you to ability to get a job as a medtech data scientist and so many more. If you're getting into business analysis also, you have ability to get a job as a healthcare process analyst. That is something that there's literally no health organization that is not struggling with some process or the other. I can bet you. I work with lots of them. I work with a particular health organization, is in Europe. I definitely can't mention their name. The emergency unit, and I'm sure anybody that is in the healthcare space will also be able to understand this or relate to this. The emergency unit, emergency, the average waiting time for anybody rushed into the emergency unit is 24 hours. 24 hours for a health organization, a very big one in Europe. I can't even mention the country because probably there are some professionals here that will be able to search and identify that organization, which I can't mention. But now they are not even having that issue again. But the average waiting time before anybody rushed into the emergency unit can see a doctor is 24 hours. When we did the project with them, we're able to see a whole lot of manual processes in their booking system. So when a patient is being rushed in, a lot of manual things are being done, a lot of documentation and manual that we needed to just collapse the whole structure, then build another one entirely. This is because we have the skill and the experience to get it done. For somebody that have the business analyst experience or skill, you should be able to find yourself getting into roles like that. And aside from the fact that you're able to create a structure like that, you also have the skill to maintain it, making sure whoever that is going or that particular organization is offering the best service. Now, what we were able to do for that organization was we're able to turn that 24 hours to 2 hours. Now, trust me, 2 hours is still not the best because you have some other organizations that are doing 10 minutes in the emergency unit. But the best you could offer at that particular point in time was 2 hours, from 24 hours to 2 hours. Now, it is now the responsibility of the on-site business analyst to continue to monitor the process and continue to upskill that process to making sure that that 2 hours with the business analyst skill that he or she must have had, be able to turn that 2 hours into 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or even something like instant, right? How do you do all these things? The only person or the only professionals that can solve problems like this are business analysts. Trust me on that. They are the only set of people that have the skill to understand the business problem, identify the processes, mark out the business process, and be able to see everything happening from point A to point Z and create a structure that is going to totally benefit that particular organization. And you have HR analysts, you have so many of them. You have the HR analyst, you have the data engineer, you have the cybersecurity analyst. I think in my slide, that particular place where I clicked on the job, I have a job there that anybody looking to get into cybersecurity, you have ability to click on that job. The job was actually posted yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. So you have the ability to click on that link and apply to that particular job. It's like a free opportunity for you 100%. Now, you also have the agile project management, the financial analyst, and so many more. Now, you see all these things that I've been talking about. If anybody is really listening attentively to what I'm saying, you will know that the best way to actually learn to land any sort of job is learning in a project environment or a project-based environment. Meaning, if you're learning business analysis, you want to learn business analysis by working on projects and wearing the hat of a business analyst to solve problem. Because let's say, for example, this health organization I worked for in Europe, solving that particular problem is a project. So what we normally do to analytics is such projects, after removing sensitive data, definitely, we bring such projects into your classes. So you will wear the same hat like I must have worn back then. And while you are learning how to solve a problem in the healthcare space, working on projects, you are also learning the technical tools and building your experience. So by the time you are done learning on working on that particular project, you must have done two things. You must have learned how to use some process mapping tools like some process mapping tools like literally explain my head, like Jira, Trello, software, all these things. You must have been able to learn them. Then you also must have had experience in what it feels like to map out the business process in a healthy organization, meaning you already have the experience. This is what it feels like to work in a project-based environment. And also, by the time you're doing that, this project you're working on, it gives you an opportunity to showcase them, just like the makeup artists that have before and after. The before and after is the project they worked on, and showcasing them, it will be able to showcase it in like a portfolio. So if they probably have a collage of pictures or everything that they've done the before and after, that is like their portfolio. So anybody looking to hire them, once they see the portfolio and they see somebody that looks like their before, oh, like I look like this person, this is their before, this is my own current, I want to become their after, is because they can relate to what they're saying in the portfolio. You want to position yourself also in that right. All right. And when you position yourself in that right, it gives you an opportunity. And for you to know or understand how important this particular thing I'm talking about is, let's look at this particular scenario. And I want people in the chat box to give me their answer. All right. You need to purchase the house and you're looking to furnish it. You have two options. The first option of person that's going to furnish or build your furniture in the house is somebody that you saw, and the person is telling you, oh, I'm a furniture professional. I have this certification from Harvard. I studied carpentry. I have all the certificate, everything I need to get the job done. You could see my certificate, how he has as well decorated with lots of certificates. That's our option one. Our option two is we have a carpenter that has a showroom. And in his showroom, it has lots of furniture that he has built. Even in his showroom, you could see some of his people working for him, building another furniture. We go to the showroom and we're able to see some furniture that could fit in a particular spot in our house. Like, oh, we men will love our corners very well. That's something that will go into my man's corner. I want it. You could see something like that. Now, if at this particular point in time, you're looking to hire one of them, which is it going to be? The first one you saw that has certificate that went to Harvard, or the second person that has a showroom of things that they worked on? I want people to drop their response in the chat box. Is it going to be option A or is it going to be option B? Which is it going to be? Okay, I have a lot of people saying option B, option B, option B, the showroom. And it's no brainer. Is because we, the house owner, we can see what we want and we know that thing is good for us. So I'd rather take that one that has something to show. Even if in the showroom I can't find anything that I really like, but I have that solid that solid confirmation within me that this person can build what I want because I've seen things that he has worked on. You see that same thing that we have in our head. Absolutely anybody looking to hire you, they want to have that assurance in you, in the person that they're hiring. We are certain that this person can get the job done. I will not hire this person and this person will be giving me a headache. I will not hire this person and this person would need me to literally explain everything to them A to Z, something that I don't even have the technical skill to do. But this person is going to be expecting me to be explaining it. No, I would never hire such a person. You see the reason why everybody on this call is saying B. I can't scroll up. I don't know if there's anybody that said A, but the reason why everybody is saying B is because we can see what we want and we can hire that particular person. You see this thing I'm talking about, the process that thousands of people have gone through and they've been able to land themselves jobs. They went through the LPA approach, the learn, the package, the apply. Bukola went through the same thing. She was able to land herself a fantastic job as a business analyst. Mountain also went through the same thing. Mountain has the background as operations manager. When Mountain got a job, he got a job as a pathology data analyst in the healthcare space 4 months after his training. And he got that with NHS in UK. Anybody in UK, definitely, we all know who NHS is. All right? He was able to land that job with NHS, came on with full sponsorship. Pathology data analyst, something that he never even assumed in his life that we're able to get because he has absolutely no background at all in the healthcare space, nothing like that. He used to work as operations manager back in Nigeria, right? And you also have Abednego. Abednego is in Canada. He was also able to find himself working as a quality improvement analyst. He's in Winnipeg. He's working with the city of Winnipeg as a quality improvement analyst. We have lots of people that have been able to go through this process, lots of them, and they've been able to see themselves landing jobs that you can never, ever imagine that they can land. And the reason is quite simple. It's because of the process involved in what they've done, the LPA approach. Now, what I'm going to do is, I know a lot of people on this call might not be so technical. Some of us might be technical. But what I'm going to do is, all the programs I've talked about, I won't go into explaining the technical things you do because you might not really understand. You might get lost. But what I would do is, remember the analysis, meaning all these programs that we're talking about, absolutely anybody can get into it. Ease of learning, ease of transitioning, and a high rewarding salary. That is guaranteed, right? So what I'll be doing is, aside from the fact that you don't need to have any technical skill or background in all this space, even though you don't need any of those things, you need one particular thing. I see that particular thing is so personal. It's like your personal trait. Like what is that personal thing that is so personal to you? That is more like your superpower. All right. And when it comes to, and those things are the things you need, that you actually need to get yourself into this role and become a superstar. That is all you need. The first one I'll be talking about is the business analysis. Now, for you to become fantastic business analyst, a business analyst role is not a role that is suitable for somebody that will classify themselves as introvert. I don't like to talk. I love to be by myself. I don't like talking to people. You don't want to get into business analysis because the business analyst role is a role that involves or people that have ability to communicate or that enjoys communication, that love communication, or communication is like their superpower. These are the kind of people that want to get into business analysis. Because if you remember when I talked about working with the organization in Europe, helping them to understand, solve the 24 hours waiting period, for us to do that, we were in a lot of back and forth meeting with the management. When I mean a lot of meetings to be able to understand all the challenges they are facing and how whatever we are building is going to solve that problem. So before we come up, we arrive at the solution of 2 hours. We've been in meetings with the head of departments, different departments. We've been in meetings with the administration staffs. We've been in meetings with the board of directors. We're meeting with the vice president of operations. We're meeting with the CEO of the organization. If you are not somebody that is comfortable speaking with people, you don't want to get into this role. And if you have a background like you've been in sales, you've been in marketing, you've been in operations back in Nigeria, working in a bank, you've been in a people-facing role, trust me, get into business analysis. All right. Now, what I want you to do, everybody on this call is take notes. All right. So what I just said now is business analysis equal to speaking communication. So that by the time I'm done, you'll be able to know, oh, so this one is better for me. And if you have questions about that, you'll be able to quickly ask and I'll be able to answer you. Okay. Now, when it comes to project management, the thing you need in that space is people management skill. Some people suck. Like some people don't really find it very funny when it comes to managing people. But if that's something you find yourself doing easily, like you're in a team of 15, 20 people, and automatically you find yourself leading people, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Oh, why don't we do like this? Why don't we do it like that? You are able to coordinate everybody to get the job done faster. If you're somebody like that, get into the agile project management 100%. Now, if you're that kind of person that you say, oh, I don't like to speak to two people. I'm a solitary being. I don't like to communicate. I like to be at my own space. But most importantly, I love my job and I want my job to be so important that even the organization will depend on me. That whatever I'm doing, even though I don't speak to people, but whatever I'm doing is so important that if I leave the organization for 1 week, if I go on a leave, the organization will feel my impact. You want to get into data engineering. Because as a data engineer, what you are responsible for is making data readily available for use for anybody within the organization. When we worked as a business analyst with a company in Europe, we used a lot of data. we had to analyze a lot of data to have a clear understanding of what is going on. And that data was provided by a data engineer. Had it been that organization does not have a data engineer, we are not solving any problem for them. So that will make you understand that the data engineering role is so important that even for any business to scale, they need a data engineer to make their data readily available for use. And this is a role that is quite heavy on Python programming language. As an example, you see the way I'm speaking English, correct? When you speak as a data engineer, you're not speaking English, you're speaking Python programming language. That's your language. That's what you speak. Because almost everything you get to do in that space, you are always working with Python programming language and you're working with SQL, that structured query language. That's the language of the database. So whatever data you're looking to get from anywhere, you're using Python for that. And to store this information in a particular database, you use SQL to do that. So that's about the only major two things you get to work with, right? Now, the kind of person I want to get into this space, if you're quiet, if you don't like to communicate, and you're open to learning technical things, very heavy on technical things. All right. If you're open to challenges, 100%, you can get into that role. Then you have the data scientists. These are the people that are very inquisitive. They are so laser focused on, oh, so what's the better way to do this? What's the future looking like? If I do this thing today, what is it going to look like in a year, in a month? What is it going to look like? Or how can I prepare for something that is happening we're in December? A lot of organizations are selling out. How are they able to do that? It's because they literally prepared for December. How can you prepare for December before December? It's because of a data scientist. Whatever sort of analysis a data scientist is doing, they are leveraging on analyzing what is going to happen in the future, forecasting, and predictive analytics. So if you're that person that you're very inquisitive and you love statistics and you have a little bit love for Python programming language, even if you've never done anything Python programming language before, a little, it's not as intense as the data engineer. You have just a little bit of Python programming language, then you want to get into data science. Then you see the data analyst. Excuse me. You see the data analyst is similar to the data engineer. And the similarity is I don't like to be at the forefront of everything happening. I want my work to speak for me. Yeah? I want my job to do the talking. I don't want to be talking to people every now and then, like the business analyst. I don't want to be doing that. But I want my work to do the talking for me. Then the big but again is I don't want to be talking Python. I don't want to be doing that. I want to speak normal English. And the normal English you'll be speaking as a data analyst is you analyze data, you identify insights from the data, and you make a recommendation. So let's say, for example, a retail organization is looking to increase their revenue. You analyze their data to identify the product that is selling very well, the product that has a fantastic profit margin, the location whereby the customers are buying this one that have a fantastic profit margin. Where are they buying it from? What's the customer's demography? What's the age bracket of people buying all these things? You as a data analyst, these are the things that you get to do. You should be able to see everything in clear words. Like, oh, so a retail organization, it's winter jackets that is selling very well. And even when the winter jacket is selling very well, winter boots has over 200% profit margin. Okay. So what the organization looking to do, if they're looking to increase their revenue, is they want to identify the ones that are selling very well. Who are the people buying it? Then they also want to identify who are the special people that are buying the winter boot? Where are they from? What's their age range? So that we can identify that demography and probably set up a marketing campaign to target people of that age range in another location. That is going to be them increasing our revenue. Or even saying, oh, so we're able to see that people in our store is in Manchester and people in London are starting to buy our winter boots. People in London are buying it, yes, but we've not been able to capture a lot of people in London. Set up a marketing campaign, target people within the age, and let's say 25 to 45, blast and advertise to people in London. all right, and anybody in that range, advertise to them so that you can increase the buying of the winter boat. That is what a data analyst will do for any organization. And trust me, there is absolutely no organization that doesn't need a data analyst. Trust me, there is none. Even if you're a self-owned business that opened a month or 2 months ago, you must have had customers patronize you. These customers, which of your product or service do they prefer? Do they come back? Why are they coming back? All these things are data. And the more you leverage on them, the faster your business will grow. So trust me, there is absolutely no organization that doesn't need a data analyst. Now, if an organization that opened just 2 months ago is able to need a data analyst, now look at organizations and companies that have been existing for years. Okay, so that will make you understand how much of a data analyst is needed within the economy. Then you have the financial analyst. The financial analysts, these are the people that I love to use the word, these are the money smart people. Anybody that have heard me speak about financial analyst, you will know that's like my word, my go-to word, the money smart people. And what they do is they help the organization make smart financial decisions by analyzing their data and advising them on how best to go. So if an organization is looking to purchase a heavy-duty machinery, they are probably, say, a manufacturing company in production, they're looking to purchase something like that. How do you go about to make that decision, to know that is not a bad investment? It is because a financial analyst must have been able to help you build a financial model and be able to predict what is going to happen in the future using that model. So you're able to know if at the end of 1 year, you'll be in a good space. At the end of 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years, what is going to be your best case scenario of revenue? What is going to be your base case? What's going to be your worst case? All these things is what a financial analyst will answer for you. And if you find yourself being in that space that qualified to be a money smart person, by going through the financial analytics program, it will open you to some roles to work as a data analyst because you're learning some data analyst skills. Then also open you to work in some role as a financial analyst. Then you have the HR analyst. These are the people that they're passionate about people. If you're passionate about people, you want people to always get what they love, what they deserve in an organization. Tap on that, your superpower, and get into HR analytics. Yeah, and as an HR analyst also, you also have the skill of a data analyst and also have the skill of an HR professional. Then we have come to the internet police. These are the people that are responsible for keeping our information secured, guard under lock and key, and watch, making sure people that shouldn't have access to our information, they don't have access to it. If you're somebody that is naturally security conscious, you're very careful about what you do on the internet. You don't just go on email, you see a random email flinging into your inbox and telling you your Netflix subscription have expired. Click on this link to validate your payment card, your payment details. You don't do any of those things. You see it, you check, you literally ignore it or you delete it. If you're somebody like that, get into the cybersecurity program. What the cybersecurity program will give to you is by the time you're done, considering that industry is pretty robust, by the time you're done with the cybersecurity program, you will have enough skill as a penetration tester. And when I mean enough skill to get a job as a pen tester, these are the people that are classified as hackers. You also have ability to get a job as a SOC analyst, as security operations center analyst. That is, if you all seen movies and you see a particular cyber room that has multiple screens, and in these multiple screens, you see somebody trying to defend also. There's somebody trying to attack them. They're trying to defend it off. They're running helter-skelter. They're trying to do this. That is a SOC analyst. Now, that is not what it is like in the real world. That is a movie, okay? So you're not going to run in helter-skelter. No, absolutely not. But you have the skill to be behind the scene and get the job done, protect the organization from any sort of data breach. That's what you get to do as a SOC analyst. Then you have the non-technical aspect of cybersecurity, which has no technical part at all. But for you to function in this role 100%, you need to have a little bit of knowledge of what the technical guys are doing, because as a GRC specialist, what you are doing is you're literally working around compliance framework, compliance audit, setting up policies, policy development, security awareness, and so many things. I mean, back in the days, I'm talking about many years ago, if you want to open a Gmail account, you could literally put your name. You can use the same name as your Gmail account. It will open for you. You will have it. You can use your name as the password. It will accept it. But right now, it's not happening. There's no way you're opening a Gmail account and you're having just letter. No, you must have lowercase. You must have uppercase. You must have special character. You must have at least, I think now is 8 digits, eight letter words. But now, about by next year, it's going to get 12. That is because the GRC specialist working with Google has been able to identify that password that is just in words or in letters, they are able to easily be cracked by the bad actors. So to enforce security on the platform, they enforce that you don't input such password. That is a job of a GRC specialist. And that's something you'll be able to do by the time you're done with the program. Then you have the DevOps engineer. These people, I love to call these people the powerhouse. They are the engine room. They are the odogu in the organization, because what these guys do, the DevOps engineer, the meaning of DevOps is development and operations, meaning they take on everything from developing it, testing it, making sure that particular thing they've tested is up and running, deploying it, testing it, and making sure they're monitoring and making sure that whatever service or function that thing that's been developed for, whatever it is that is being developed for, it is functioning in that space. If you're looking to get into this role, number one, you must be somebody that is very good being at the center of everything happening. You're very hands-on. You love to get into everything. You love hands-on, because this particular role is going to open you to cloud engineering. It's going to open you to back-end development. It's going to open you to front-end development, and it's going to open you to software testing. All right. So if you are that person that is hands-on, get into DevOps engineering. Trust me, the opportunity in this space is endless. The opportunity there is endless. But the big but is you need to be somebody that is hands-on, somebody that loves to be in the center of everything happening. You worked in operations now you have experience in operations in an organization. You know how you are in charge of almost everything. Now, get into it, but now in a technical space where you're responsible for everything going on and you have the hands-on skills to get it done. So what this means is, even if you don't have any technical experience at all, leave the technical experience, leave that to us. We'll get you up to that, and you'll be able to have the skill to perform. But the only thing I want you to bring on board is that person that have the ability to control a lot of things at the same time. So if you're that kind of a person, get into DevOps engineering. Then you have the product design. These are for people that they are visual art, they are visual person. They love to see different types of design. I mean, we are currently on Zoom. Everything is just designed in a way that is pleasing to the eye. You have almost everybody have their bank applications. We all have WhatsApp. How are we using all these tools or these applications, and we are still able to enjoy it in such a way that we interact with them easily? When you want to do something, you can just click on it and you get easy response. The people that are responsible for this are the product design specialists. So if you're somebody that you love art, you're a visual person, get into product design. It's going to give you worth 100%. Now, when it comes to transitioning, everything I've talked about, all these programs I've talked about, these are just the learn parts. For you to be able to see yourself getting a job in this space, there is the employability part. The employability now, which I mentioned earlier, these are things that's going to more or less weaponize your technical skill to get you that job that you need. And when we're talking about the employability, the first thing we'll have in that space is CV review, CV revamp, meaning you get into a session where we have a professional that will take your CV from you and be able to help you revamp it to be industry standards as to whatever you're looking to get into. If you're looking to get into a business analyst role, we take your CV about 2-3 weeks after joining the program. We take that from you, we revamp it to be industry standard to what a business analyst CV should look like. Then we'll train you on how to tailor your CV to whatever job you're looking to apply to, right? Meaning you know exactly how to tailor your CV to jobs to beat the applicant's tracking system. Then you have the LinkedIn optimization. There's a limit to job you can apply to with just your CV. Having your LinkedIn optimized in such a way that anybody looking to hire you, they'll be able to know, search, and see your profile populate to them, and have given yourself the opportunity to have them slide into your DM and offer you services. Then you have navigating the job market, learning where and how to search for this healthcare informatic role. They are 100%. All right. You want to learn where to search for these roles. So how do you search for them? Aside from you learning how to navigate the job market, we also have in-house job board, whereby you come in and you get access to the job board where we post premium jobs every Monday. So you get access to all these premium jobs and you have ability to apply to these jobs 100% without paying anybody anything. These are jobs that you will never be able to find on any public available job board. You will never be able to find it there because these are premium jobs. Then you have what we call interview preparation before. That means before you apply to any job at all, you have the opportunity to get into an interview preparation, and the professional will prep you for that role you're looking to get into. You also have what we call job reference. When you land the job, you get the opportunity to get a reference letter from the organization. Then you also have what we call on-the-job support, meaning you've landed a job, but you need support. You're able to have somebody reach out to you. You're able to get somebody to reach out to you from Analytics, and we're able to have that person come on board with you to solve the problem for you. You have your weekly mentorship session. This is like the OG, the most important of everything. Is quite very important. And that's because this is a point whereby you get access, a monthly opportunity to get into a session with a professional, industry expert to guide you on how best to do a lot of things. So you're looking to transition into healthcare informatic role. Having professionals like Pavel come into your sessions, telling you exactly what he did to land that job, the things that he's doing on the job, and how you can position yourself to land a similar job. This is what your mentorship session looks like, where industry professionals, they come into your classes and they guide you on how best to achieve whatever you're looking to achieve. Then you have the Upwork optimization. This is majorly for people looking to optimize, upskill, and be able to offer their services on a more freelance approach to both individual and organization. All right, you have the opportunity to get your Upwork optimization. Now, like I said, by the time you get this particular job, I've embedded some job links into this particular link. So if you click on it, you will get the ability to go on the job board. There are fresh jobs that I script myself and I had it to display. So you'll be able to get some data analyst jobs that is with the healthcare. Some are in the healthcare, some are not in the healthcare. You get loads of them. Then you also have some of other jobs also here. Some are also in the healthcare, some are not in the healthcare, but you get that access 100% when you get the slide. This slide will be shared with everybody that is currently on this call. So far, you are able to fill the attendance form and we have your email. You'll be able to share this slide to your email. And when you get the email, you'll be able to click on this particular link and get access to the job 100%. You see everything I've talked about, all these things I've talked about, you will be joining. The duration of the program is 8 months. And in that 8th month, you'll be learning everything you needed to learn for 6 months. And you get into an internship in 2 months, right? You get to do your internship in 2 months where you get to work on more additional projects, all right? And when it comes to your classes, you have your classes on Saturday. right? Your class is on Saturday. If you're in Europe, you're in Africa, if you're in UK, you have your morning classes, which is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. If you're in UK currently, that is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time. Or if you are not so comfortable with that morning class for you in UK, you also have the other option of the morning class for those in Canada and in US. For those in Canada and US, that's going to be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, that's MST, is going to be 5 p.m. in UK or 6 p.m. West African time. So if you feel your Saturday mornings are pretty occupied and you're in Europe, you're in UK, you're in Africa, and you feel your Saturday mornings are occupied, you have the opportunity to join the evening class. That will be it will be morning for those in Canada and in US. And for those in Canada and US, if you feel 10 a.m. MST or 12 noon EST is pretty, you won't be so occupied. You have ability to join the morning class, which is the 4 a.m. MST, and that's going to be around 6 a.m. EST. You have the opportunity also. Doesn't really matter where you're joining from. So far, you find that time convenient for you. Then you also have what we call self-paced watch me do it video. So as your classes are on Saturdays during the week, and you see these classes on Saturdays, they are to the fixed time. But you see your self-paced watch me do it video is something you get access to during the week, right? You get to watch it during the week and you get access to everything that you need to get access to. The thing you get to do in your video, in your self-paced watch me video is you also get to work on projects and you get to work on projects, you build your experience. And this is what you get, how you get to learn. And you see everything I've talked about, all your live sessions, all of them, they are all recorded. So in a situation whereby you missed a particular class on Saturday, you're not missing that class because that class is going to be recorded and it's going to be added to your Google Classroom and you have a lifetime access to it. Now, I see everything I've talked about. The next class that we are having is starting 10th of January, right? And if you're looking to take advantage of everything I've talked about, see yourself transitioning, be somebody like Pavel that have a background in teaching and be able to get himself a job as a healthcare informatic, then definitely get into the particular role. Now, I think I promised I was going to talk about Pavel if I go ahead and show you how you can go ahead to register. But if I even talk about Pavel, one thing I want you to know that currently we have a whopping 50% scholarship that is ongoing. By the time I'm done playing Pavel's video, you will get the ability, you get the opportunity to know exactly how to go about to register and take advantage of these opportunities that you have right now. Okay, I'll go ahead to Pavel's video, and what you want to do is pay attention. I think I will share my audio in this regard. All right, I'll share my audio. You get access to it, and you'll be able to watch the video. Remember, you also have ability to watch this video at your own time when you get when you get the shape, when you get the slide, and you'll be able to actually hear everything that Pavel also have to say. Okay, so let me quickly show you that part. Let me go to Pavel. Well, most importantly, I need to share my screen with the audio. And don't worry, like I promised, you'll have the opportunity to ask your question. So once I'm done sharing the previous part of the story, you will get the opportunity to ask your questions, and whatever question you have, I'll be able to answer that for you. Okay, let me quickly play Pavel's video and you get the opportunity to go ahead and ask your questions. So Pavel Mugabe. All right. Okay. Let me put this into full screen. Yes. So Pavel, this is Pavel right here. I'm going to play his video now so we can get to hear his path, his video, and what he's
I was trying to take my career to the next level as a finance professional, and I realized that data was one of the things that could help me do my work faster, do my work better. And secondly, it would help me broaden my horizons, like broaden the opportunities that I have available to me, right? Data analytics offers both depth and flexibility with time. So they don't rush you to cram so much on you in 2 months and then expect you to have all the knowledge that you need to excel in just, and then they help me do my work better. So I still am in finance, but my work is heavily into data analytics for the finance team, right? I am in Money Life, but yeah, that's one correction I wanted to make. I'm currently in Money Life, but the job I got now is not in Money Life. It's a different organization, but that's the new job I'm getting.
All right. I sincerely do apologize for that. I got a notification on my laptop telling me my battery is low. I plugged it, but unfortunately for me, I didn't pay attention that it was not charging, so it just went off on me. So I sincerely do apologize for that. Not being so careful about that. I sincerely do apologize. So, not to waste further of our time. So what I want us to do is have access to this particular slide. There's a testimonial of Pavel on the slide, so you can go through it, click on the link under his video, under his testimonial, and you'll be able to actually see everything he has to say in that regard, right? So that way you can actually get value and understand how to go about achieving what Pavel has been able to achieve 100%. Okay, so without really wasting further more time, what I would just want to do now is show you exactly how to take advantage. I talked about a 50% scholarship. How exactly do you take advantage of 50% scholarship and you find yourself joining the program, right? So you have my colleague, Stephen, which I told you about. You must have dropped the link. You will drop the link in the chat box. If you click on that particular link, what that link will give you is it's going to bring you to the website where you'll be able to register for these discounts, right? Now, you see, like I said, the next class is starting 10th of January. Now, for you to take advantage of the 3% scholarship you have right now, all you have to do is register to start as at that time. And if you register for that time, the original price is 1,200. Now, that 1,200 is currently being slashed with 50%, meaning all you have to pay is 600 US dollars. And it gets better. You see that 600 US dollars? You don't have to pay it all at once. You have ability to pay in installments, making you can pay bit by bit. This will afford you the opportunity to take advantage of that particular 50% scholarship and find yourself landing all the dreams that you. If you click on that link that my colleague Steven shared in the chat box, it will bring you to analytics website. And right now, what you will to come over here, and you will get access to what we say instructor-led programs. This program is looking to get into everything. You will see the business analysis, the data analysis, the financial analyst, them you're looking to get into. They're all here. So let's say you're looking to get into, let's say, for example, data science, the full stack data science program. All you have to do is click on this part that says buy now. For any of the program, you have a page that says buy now. Then it will prompt you to click on this enroll now. So once you click on this part that says, you'll be able to actually enroll into the program. If you click on the enroll now button, in your own case, it will ask you to register your email and validate your email before you can make payments. And this is for security purposes. So once you validate your email, you've registered, it will bring you to this place where you can secure your spot and start the program. Now, the discounts or the offer just got better. If January is still seeming like, oh, you don't want to really start in January, you want to start maybe much later, which is February, you still have the opportunity. So far, the discount, the scholarship is still available. You still have the ability to select that you want to start in February while paying the scholarship like right now. Now, you see this particular scholarship I'm talking about, it is only available to the first 120 people to register in total. Now, that means some program, you have up to 20 people to register. Some program, you even get up to 10 that will register before the scholarship is over. And once the scholarship is over, once you come on the website, instead of you to pay $600 in total, you'll be needing to pay 1,200. Okay, so if I were you, what you want to do is the link that has been shared in the chat box, you have ability to click on that and get on the website to secure spots. Now, when it comes to you making payments, like I said, you don't have a much more payments term. You can pay either one time or two times. If you're looking to pay one time or two times, instead of you paying $600, you even have additional discount of $60, and you're paying a total of $540. That's if you're paying one time or if you're paying two times. But if that will not be so comfortable for you, you have other things you need to get into right now, but you don't want to miss out on the discounts. You have ability to pay three times. Paying three times is going to have you pay $200 every month for 3 months, or you can even pay four times. Now you have to pay $150 every month for 4 months. And this is applicable in any currency that you're joining from. So if you're joining, let's say you're joining from UK, you have 100% opportunity to pay in pounds. You have the opportunity to pay in pounds. If you're joining to, let's say you're joining from, let's say Canada, you also have ability to pay in card. If you're joining from, if you're joining from Nigeria, I don't know if I have anybody joining from Nigeria, but if you're joining from Nigeria, you also have the opportunity to pay 100% in Naira. If you're joining from anywhere, wherever you're joining from, you have ability to pay in that currency or wherever you're joining from and pay in instrumental. So let's say, let me select UK. So let's say I'm in UK and I want to pay in instrumental. I want to pay the 4 monthly instrumental. I want to make sure that I select the 4 instrumental. Then I click on apply discounts. Once you click on the apply discount, the discount will be applied and you have the opportunity to go ahead and confirm that your information is correct. See the payment plan, and what the payment plan is telling you that today is 10th of December. Once you're able to secure your spot today, paying your £115 today, your next £115 is going to be 1 month from now, which is 10th of January. Then after 10th of January, your next installment is going to be 9th of February, then 11th of March. This is applicable, so it makes the payment very well structured for you in such a way that it is way more relaxed. Then what you want to do, you want to click on that, you confirm that your information is correct. You also want to read the terms and conditions. You want to make sure you read that. Then once you're done reading the terms and conditions, you confirm also that you read it. Then you pay directly on the website. This is how you go ahead to secure your spot to make sure you don't miss out. And this is for any of the program you're looking to get into, any of them. So make sure you click on that link shared by my colleague in the chat box so you can get access to everything I've talked about and you'll be able to take advantage of the 50% scholarship. Remember, there is no time that the scholarship is ending. If we have 120 people register between now and tomorrow, the scholarship is over. The scholarship is only available to the first 120 people. The rest of them, anybody from the 121 person is going to be paying 1,200. So try as much as possible not to miss out on that discount and take advantage of it while you're still having, like I said, it's only available to the first 20 people per program. But some program will not even be able to get up to 20 before they are filled up. So register as soon as possible. My colleague dropped the link in the chat box. Click on that link so you can get opportunity to secure that spot. And one thing you also be getting after the training is you also be getting a certificate from the program from Analytics, and your certificate is accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. So this is what you'll be getting by the time you're done with your certificate. And trust me, Analytics have been everywhere, always impacting in lives. We've been able to be in the Alberta Catalyzer program where we joined last year, October, and we've been able to help a lot of people looking to transition into tech through Alberta Catalyzer program land their jobs in tech, land their dream roles in tech. And we have a lot of people, like a whole lot of people that been able to see themselves transitioning and landing jobs after the training. We'll have a lot of them. Okay. So if you have questions, if you have things you want to talk about, I said I was going to take 45 minutes. I don't know how the thing went from 45 minutes to about 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay. But trust me, I'll be able to take your questions, whatever questions you have, I'll be able to answer all of them 100%. But most importantly, make sure you don't miss out on the discount. And I'll be looking forward to having each and any one of you. Either you're looking to start in January, 10th of January, or you're looking to start in February. Okay. If you have questions, you can always indicate. You can use the raise hand icon, and I'll be able to call you to ask whatever question you have, or you can type it in the chat box. When my laptop went off, any question that was dropped before then, I probably won't have access to it. But right now, if you drop a question in the chat box, I'll be able to answer these questions 100%. All right. So if you have a question, just drop it in the chat box and I'll be able to answer it 100%. Okay. So just drop your question in the chat box and I'll be able to answer you. Let me see the chat box. Let me see if I have any question. You can also use the raise hand icon if you want to speak. You can also use the raise hand icon, and I'll be able to call you to unmute your mic and speak. And okay, so I think iPhone said, what if you want to start in February 2026? I believe I already answered that question. Yes, you can make your payment now, secure your discount right now, and select that you're starting in February, not in January. You have the opportunity 100%. Okay. Do I have any other question I'm yet to answer? If you have a question, you can always indicate. Or if you want to speak, you can always indicate, and I'll be able to take your questions. Okay, so Moso said, what if one wants to start next year, May? Is it okay to pay now? So the answer to that, Moso, is no. We are only taking registrations for January and February. And remember, this is under a scholarship. So if you want to take advantage of the scholarship, then you want to try as much as possible to start, if not January, start by February. Because once the scholarship is over, aside from the fact that you'll not be able to pay, definitely you'll not be able to 1,000, you'll not be able to pay 600 anymore. You need to pay 1,200 at that point. And since you are here now, our advice that you just try as much as possible, take advantage of that scholarship and start by February, since January might not be so possible for you. All right. So iPhone, I'll be calling you iPhone because sorry, I can't, your name is not there. So this is iPhone said, can someone get a job without work experience? So the answer to that is yes. But then it's not like when you go through the training, you will understand that everything I talked about, you will not be done with the training and you won't have experience. You will have the experience because you cannot actually get a job if you don't have the experience. So what the training will give to you is the experience you need. The way the program is structured, you're always working on projects. So that gives you the opportunity to learn the technical tools you need as, let's say, for example, as a data analyst. Then while working on these technical tools, you're working on projects. Working on projects is building your experience. So automatically, by the time you're done with a 6 months in-class training, you must have worked on multiple projects to build your experience. And remember, you also have 2 months internship. During your internship, you are doing that with a consulting firm. While you're there, you're also working on projects. Okay, so all these things will open you up to having experience in that space. Okay. Okay. So the internship is done. I think I just talked about it. So I'm replying Irene. Irene, the internship is done with a consulting firm. So once you're done with your 6 months in class training, we onboard you to the consulting firm where you get to do your internship for 2 months. Your internship is done with a consulting firm in a much more coordinated environment where you work on projects within a team. All right. You have a team, you have your team lead, you have your line manager that you report to. All these things, you get to do that with the consulting firm. Okay. So iPhone, you're asking for how many months of this training? The duration of the training is 6 months. Okay. So Harry said, for somebody without computer knowledge, can I be able to learn tech? The simple answer to that is yes. And that was why when I was talking about the program, I was not talking about anything technical. I was talking about the things you have, your communication skill. Are you somebody that loves to speak? Are you somebody that is good with managing people? Are you somebody that loves technicality? Are you somebody that loves challenge? Are you somebody that is inquisitive? Are you somebody that loves to be at the background but let your work do the talking for you? All these things are things you need to get into this role. You don't need to have any computer skill. Even if the maximum knowledge of what you have is to check your email on your laptop, you have enough skill to get into tech. Okay. Ayomide said, are there project management roles in healthcare? If yes, how do we get practical experience employer wants? So, Ayomide, the answer to that is yes. And I think when I was showing the type of jobs you can apply to, project management was there. So I think if I go to that particular slide, you will see some of them. I think I highlighted project management in that space. I'm definitely certain I did that. So, and for you to get practical experience, that's what the program will open you to. The program 100% is going to open you to working on project as a project manager. And definitely, as you can see, patient journey facilitator. That's a role. You see all these roles that we have here. These are roles that people that went through the training, that went through analytics, have been able to get a job in. It's like their job title in the healthcare space. So you have healthcare digital transformation catalyst, right? That is you being a project manager and in the healthcare space, probably working on their digital product. You know how best is going to be of efficient to the organization, to the healthcare center. So yes, you get that opportunity also. And when it comes to you having hands-on experience, this is what the program will give to you 100%. All right. Okay. Evangeline said, does having a healthcare experience, for example, in nurse, give one extra edge looking for? Yeah, the answer to that is yes. It gives you an extra edge because that way you're not new to the system. You have some love transferable skills. And if you heard when I was talking about Dr. Arume, he is a medical doctor. He have decade of experience based as a medical doctor. When he landed a job, he went through data analytics program. When he landed a job as a senior health informatics analyst. The only reason why he was able to land that job was because of his years of experience as a medical doctor. So yes, you being a nurse is a fantastic opportunity, extra advantage for you. All right. So iPhone said, I'm interested in a health informatics analyst. So if you're interested in a health informatics analyst, get into the data analytics program. Okay, sorry, Helen. Helen, all right. So Helen, you're a nurse, 100%. Get into health informatics analyst, all right? It's going to be of great value to you. So Vivian said, please, for health informatics analyst, what area of your program is suitable? Is it data analytics? The answer to that is yes. And I think I just also, let me go back to that page. that everybody can take a screenshot. Okay, just take a screenshot. If you see over here, if you go through the health informatic analyst, you're able to get it. If you go through the data analyst, you're able to get a job as a health informatic analyst, clinical data analyst, pathology data analyst, patient data manager, patient insights analyst, and so many more. So the answer to that your question is yes. If you go through the data analytics program, you'll be able to land a job as a health informatics analyst. All right. Do I have anybody that have their hand up that not to speak? So I can call you to unmute your mic and speak. Probably maybe somebody that you want to type. You can just indicate. So Helen, the duration of the program is 8 months. The total duration is 8 months. And in that 8 months, you'll be in class, learning, working on projects for 6 months. And you will work on project, getting internship for 2 months. Okay? So the duration of the program is 8 months. 6 months in class training and 2 months internship. And one major advantage, if you heard the testimonials that people that joined the program were saying before we started, you see some of them telling you that they were able to land a job while in the training. And the reason why they're able to do that is because when it comes to analytics, we don't expect you to start applying the job after your training. No, we always advise you to start applying to job as early as 2 months into the program. So you have people that are even 3 months in the program and they've been able to land a job. If you join the session before it started, or you can go on our YouTube, you see some of them there. There's a particular guy that joined the Agile Project Management program. 3 months into the program, he has been able to land a job. He's in UK, right? Of things by 2 months into the program. Now, 2 months into the program, you don't have everything 100%, but you have just about enough to get started. Okay, so you don't wait until the end of the program before it starts applying the job. This is the process that will have thousands of people being able to go through, and they've been able to see themselves landing job even during the training. Okay, so okay, the answer to that is yes. Though what we don't do is we don't take your CV and start applying to jobs for you. No, we don't do that. But we'll provide everything you need to be able to do that. And part of those is we'll provide you with a job board that you get access to, that you can easily go on that job board and apply to these jobs. If I go on this link that I shared here, so I think I should go there. Yeah. So you guys can actually see that I added some link there. So if I click on this particular link, you will see the jobs that I have put there. These jobs, you have ability, you will see some in UK, some of them are in Canada. I need to, let me click on this. Okay. Let me click on this job and get access to it. Some of them are in UK, some of them are in Canada, some of them are in I think oh, I need to sign in my email to get access to that. Okay. All right. So let me do this. So yes, just the simple answer to that question is yes. We provide jobs for you to apply to. We don't apply to the jobs for you, but we provide a job for you to be able to apply to them. Then also, we also teach you where and how to apply to all these jobs. So the answer to that is yes. For people in almost everywhere, UK, US, Canada, Australia, anywhere in Africa, we provide that 100%. All right. So, Christina, looking forward to having you join the program in January or in February. Okay. Do I have any other person that I'm here to answer that question before we wrap it up? We call it the night. Do I have any other person that have a question that I'm here to attend to? If you have questions you might want to ask so that I'll be able to answer your question 100% before we call it a night. Or if you want to speak, you can use the microphone. You can use the raise hand icon and I can ask you to unmute your mic and speak. Okay? Do I have anybody that wants to speak? And always remember, the discount is fast running, okay? So make sure you click on the link that will be shared with my colleague that's been going on in the chat box, register, and remember, you have ability to secure a spot right now, starting 10th of January, or you start in February. That is very possible. So even if you make your payment tonight and the discount ends tomorrow, like the 150 slot gets filled tomorrow, that is not your headache because you've been able to take advantage of the discount. Okay. So Helen said, how can I take advantage of the discounts? My colleague just shared the link in the chat box, just few comments. The comment after Harry, that is the link. Click on it. It will take you to the website and you'll be able to register on the website to secure a spot. Harry said, I'm interested in a data engineering program, but I'm not good with statistics. So data engineering does not need you to really have statistics. It needs you to be very good technically or be open to learning. All right. As a data engineer, you're learning, you're majorly working with Python programming language and SQL. That's what you're majorly doing. If you're looking to get into data science is the one that has statistics, not the data engineering. Okay. So for you, Harry, get into data engineering. You don't do statistics there, you do Python programming language. Okay. And even if you don't know anything about Python programming language, not to worry. The way the program is structured is that much beginners friendly, and it gives you an opportunity to actually learn in a beginners friendly environment. Okay. So Chichi is saying, is health informatics a remote job? So this is 100% dependent on you and dependent on the organization. Some organization they want you to be on board on site. Some organizations will want you to be hybrid. Some they want you to work from a remote end because it's a data analyst job and you don't need to be physically present before you can work as a health informatics analyst. So if you are looking to get a full-time remote job, these are some of the things you will learn in your navigating the job market. Like, for example, if you remember when I was talking about Judith, the lady in Huddersfield, UK, working two jobs, one in UK, one in US. She's doing fully remote job for both of them. The only reason why she was able to land those two jobs was because she knew exactly where and how to search for these jobs. So if you're interested in landing something like that, the program, the mentorship, the navigating the job market will teach you how to search for all these things. Okay? I hope that answered your question. Okay. Dr. K said health informatics and its core does not have anything to do with data engineering. It's very broad. Of course, health data is really important. So yes, the answer to that is yes. So like I said, if you're looking to get into health informatics, you should not be looking into data engineering. You should be looking into data analysis, right? Because you're literally working with data to solve a lot of problems in that sector. So that is going to be data analytics, not data engineering. So if you're looking to get into health informatics role, I think that is going to be Harry, health informatics, then you should be looking to data analytics, not data engineering. I hope you understand that part as highlighted by Dr. K. Okay. Marcus, you can go ahead with your question. So if you want to speak, you can use, if you want data engineering, it's there for your taking. Just go ahead, register for it, and get into the program. Do you want to start January or February? Okay, so Vivian says I should explain more about the instrumental payments. Okay, So if you click on the link shared by my colleague in the chat box, link will be to this particular page you can see. All right, this is Analytics website. Now, let's take, for example, you want to go for data engineering, okay? Any of the program you're looking to get into, all of them are here. The original price of the program is 1,200. That's the original price. But currently, we have a 50% discount, 50% scholarship ongoing, and that is available to the first 120 people to register. So if you want to register, you want to take advantage of that particular discount, all you have to do is come to the program you're looking to get into. Click on this part that says buy now. Click on the buy now part. Once you click on the buy now, you will have the ability to see the program. You can go through the curriculum, the program brochure, everything you'll be taught on that data engineering. You will see that. Then once you are done, you want to come here and click on this part that says enroll now. Okay, so once you click on this part that says enroll now, once you click on that enroll now button, you will need to register your email, verify your email before you can make payment. So once you've registered your email and verified your email, you will get the opportunity to select if you want to start in January, 10th of January or 7th of February. Now, I think you are joining from UK. So once you get to the instrumental payment, you have the opportunity to pay in different type of installments up to 4 times. If you are paying 1 time, or if you are paying 3 times, instead of you to pay 600 US dollars, which is equivalent to 460 pounds, you are liable to pay just 414 pounds. That's if you're paying 1 time, paying 2 times. If you're paying 2 times, you get to pay 107 pounds twice. But if that will not be comfortable for you, you have ability to spread it and pay 3 times. That 460 pounds, you have ability to pay 3 times, which is 153 pounds every month for 3 months, or you have ability to pay 4 times, 115 pounds every month for 4 months. Now, you want to take advantage of these discounts right now, meaning today, all you have to do is select an installment plan that works for you. Let's say, for example, you select the 4 instrumental, and you make sure you pay this 115 today. By paying the 115 today, will open you to securing the discount. When the scholarship is totally over, that will not affect you because you've been able to secure a spot while the discount is still available. Okay, and if you look at, once you'll be able to click on apply discount, your discount will be applied, and you will see that if you make your first payment today, your next payment will be 10th of January, because today is 10th of December. Your next payment, your second instrumental will be 10th of January. Your third instrumental will be 9th of February. And your last instrumental will be 11th of March. This is how you go ahead to secure your spot and make sure you don't miss out on that scholarship that is currently available. I hope you understand that 100%. I think that's from TK. Okay, do you have any other question that I'm here to attend to before we call it a night? Okay, that was from Vivian. So Vivian, I hope you understand the question. Marcus, I just explained the payment plan again, and you can also still see it on your screen. So it's 1,200. That's the original price, but right now you are paying 50% scholarship off. That will have you pay 600, not 1,200. Okay, and if you want to pay in any instrumental, as you can see on your screen, you have the ability 100% to take advantage of the scholarship while it's still available. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think I've been able to take everybody's question. Thank you for being here. As much as possible to take your discount, so you don't miss out on the scholarship, because that's particular discounts. Trust me, I know I've seen some payments coming, people on this call. I have a few of them already that have made payments. So you want to try as much as possible to take advantage, meaning that scholarship is not going to be here forever. And remember, immediately 120 people register, the scholarship is over. So try as much as possible to take advantage, and you will be getting the value from it. Because I don't know about you, but paying extra 60 or $600 when I can take advantage of paying just 600 right now, and I can as well pay as low as 150 every month. That sounds like a good deal to me, right? So if that sounds like a good deal to you, also take advantage of it. And I'll be looking forward to have each and every one of you in class, either by 10th of January or by 7th of February. All right. At the absence of any further questions, thank you all for being here. I totally, trust me, when I say totally, I mean I totally appreciate the time spent. It was well enjoyed. Thank you for being here. I'll be looking forward to having each and every one of you in class, starting either January or by February. All right. Enjoy the rest of the day. Cheers and bye, everyone. Bye for now. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.